If somebody asks you that, oh, can you write a program for computing the derivative of some function? It is very difficult to write a program. If those who knows the programming, even computer background scholars, computer or IT, if somebody asks you to write the program, can you write the program easily for the computing the derivation of this? It is very complex actually, but see that how MATLAB is solving your problem. So with the help of the MATLAB, we can use the functions, and with the help of the MATLAB function, you can find the derivation. So DIFF, you always DIFF is the function which is used to determine the symbolic derivative of symbolic expression. Now you have the different variations of your function. Here you have. So diff f is the, you know that the symbolic expression you have, and you want to find the derivative of this symbolic expression. And what is the output of this? Output of this is returns the derivative of f with respect to the default independent variable. And you remember that with respect to the default independent variable. So which one is the default independent variable? Generally for the symbolic computation, x is the default independent variable for the computing the differentiation and also for the integration. But if x is not present, then so actually default independent variable in the MATLAB is actually the letter which is closest to x. So whenever you are supposed to say that returns the derivative of the f with respect to the default independent variable, so about which variable your computer is going to make the derivative. So actually it is going to find out the value for the x. Where is the x with respect to x? If x is not present, so which one is the closest to x? Say if x is not present and you have the y and z, if x is absent and y and z is the present, which one is the closest to the x? Y is the closest to x, so y will become the default independent variable. People are confusing in this case, much confusion. The confusion is that which one is the independent variable. Say if you have only one variable, like if you say that t square plus 2t, if this is the variable, and say this is the f, if f is equal to this, so if I say that diff f, okay, then it is going to compute the derivative closest with respect to the independent variable. And independent variable is what? X. It try to find the x, but x is not present. So which one is closest? Only since it is only one variable in the equation, you have used only the one t. So this is the only closest to x. So actually you are finding the derivative with respect to the t, variable t. So you can't say that, okay, if x is not present, so how, if default variable is the x, default independent variable is x, so how we can compute the derivative of this? Because x is not there. This is not the case. That's why I'm telling that default independent variable means that is closest to the x. Closest to the x. If x is not there, then which variable is closest to it? So here the t. And once you evaluate this, then you will get the answer. What is the answer for this? 2t plus 2. This is the answer. Now, if you have more than one variable in the expression, you can explicitly specify in which variable with respect to you want to obtain the derivative with respect to which variable. So you can use this function like this. Returns the derivative of f with respect to the variable t. It is clear now explicitly. Now this is what? This is the nth derivative. Are you getting? Returns the nth derivative of f with respect to the default independent variable. Here variable name you have not specified. So with respect to the default independent variable, it is going to create the nth derivative. Like again, if you want to find the derivative of this, then what is there? So if you want to find the derivative of this, then it is the answer 2. So the same thing you can also do. So what you can do? DIFF and say this is the f So this is the f, and you want to find the nth derivation. N is equal to 2 here. So once you execute this command, then you have the answer this. So this is the way you can obtain the nth derivative. Now nth derivative with respect to some variable. So here with respect to the variable t, you can see the examples here. Since x, y, z, this is the expression with respect to the x, y, z you have defined. Now here x is also there, y is also there, and z is also there, t is also there. So f consists of expression like this with the help of the symbolic variable x, t, y, and z. Now you are just telling that diff f, and you have not specified about which, with respect to which variable. So by default, the default variable is x. So if x is there, then it will compute the derivative of the expression with respect to x, and x is present here. So answer is what? It is going to do partial derivative. It is going to compute the derivative with respect to x. If you know the derivative, how to compute, then you may get the answer. And now if you say di diff f2, this is what? You are going to compute the derivative twice with respect to x, because independent variable is what? X is it. So answer is, we are getting like this. So xy and xyzt, t you have not declared as the symbolic variable. So now you can do like this. So f is equal to this, and if you want to find the derivative, then you can say this. So here f is equal to this, so 5x square plus this. So here you have the, I think you know, 2 into 5, 10, 10x, okay, and here 10x plus 36. So this is the answer. And if you get the second derivative, then what you need to do, you have to just write the 2, then you are getting the answer 10. So this is the way you can get the answer. Now here you are going to compute the derivative of f with respect to the variable z. So what is the answer? What will be the answer? 0. Answer is 0. Why it is 0? Because you have the z. First time you have -9, and next time derivative of the constant is what? So answer is 0. Now this is one thing you need to know. This is the matrix actually. So a is equal to what? X is the symbolic variable. So a is equal to 3 sin x. So this is the 2 by 2 matrix. This. This is the 2 by 2 matrix. 3 sin x minus cos square x, cos 2x minus sin x. Now if you want to say derivative of a, so once if a is the matrix and this matrix is holding the expressions, so what you can compute the derivative of a, then for the every values, every expression, it is going to compute the derivative. Like what is the derivative of this with respect to the x? What is the derivative? Sin x, sin means cos x, you have the formula. So 3 cos x, so this is 3 cos x. Now what is the derivative of minus cos x? Minus cos x square. This is x square. If it is the x square, then you simply assume that this is the x and you go for the derivative, which is the x. The derivative of cos x is what? So you have the minus sin x, x is here, x square. Then you can compute the derivative of x square. So it is the 2x. So minus minus plus. So you have 2x into sin x square. This is the chain rule of computing. So question is that if you have the matrix, then it is going to compute the derivative, and it is, you are going to obtain like this. See the same thing with the help of the MATLAB. Then a is equal to this. So a is equal to this, 3 sin x cos square x. This is a is, you are getting like this. Now if you are going to compute the differentiation. So you are getting the answer like this. So answer is what? 3 sin x, 3 cos x, and here you have to x sin is x square minus 2 sin 2x minus cos x. This is the same answer. So you can run with the MATLAB and you are getting like this.